Good afternoon. I want to start by thanking everybody for coming. We understand it's a tough time and we need people here to get the facts so you can bring it back to the people on the picket line. So we're going to start the meeting off by doing the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Immediately after this meeting, we'd like to have a picket captain and a stewards meeting for everybody that's here, so we can talk briefly about what's going on the picket lines. We are being very mobile on what's going on covering Verizon Wireless, the LPC stores, as well as garage locations. So we'd like to talk about that a little bit so we can make sure everybody's on the same page going forward. Also, we are videotaping this meeting. So when you ask a question, please speak loud and clear. Bill will repeat the question so everybody can see it. Then we're going to put it on the website for people that couldn't make it, as well as people bringing it back to the picket line. So, having that said, here's Bill.
Thank you very much, Steve. And I just want to say that it really, I am very proud to stand before you all today. And I'm proud because of the fact it has been an exhilarating experience to see each and every member of this local union come together as one for such a critical issue. And that starts with your elected officers on the executive board. Steve Murphy's the president, and all of the executive board that you've elected, all of your stewards, your picket captains, and you, the membership. You should be proud of your efforts over the last few days, and actually over the last couple of months. You know what? Verizon did not think that you had it in you. And 45,000 Verizon employees from Virginia to Massachusetts are showing Verizon that they were wrong. And you should be proud of that. And I thank you so much. You know, you hear a lot of people talking about unions and talking about labor organizations. But the union is only as strong as the members that we have behind us. And every single member that we have in both the IBEW and the CWA are behind us. And what we are doing here by the strike is sending a message, not only to Verizon, and not only to other labor organizations, not only to other people in this country, but you know what? The message is this, that we in the middle class, working men and women, trying to put food on the table for our families, trying to make sure our kids can go off to college, trying to make sure that we live a better life and live the American dream. We can't take this anymore being bashed by corporate America, a company like Verizon, a corporation with over $26 billion in profits, telling you that you might not have a job, telling you that you're not going to have any medical benefits, telling retirees they're not going to have any medical benefits, telling you they're not going to pay you wages that they should pay you. They want to move your job overseas to India, to the Philippines, to Mexico, and to non-union contractors. Verizon and all corporations, it seems, in America are trying to do whatever they could. And I would ask you to, if you could just maybe turn off your cell phones. It sounds like we may be having issues with this sound system. Are we? Yeah. Okay. Then you know what? Why don't I just turn it off? No one's ever accused me of being quiet, not being loud enough. So why don't we just get rid of that altogether? But you know what? In this country, it doesn't seem like anyone in this state, no one's making a stand for the middle class in this country. and we're just getting persecuted. We got people getting laid off like we had in 2009. We got people struggling to make ends meet. And I'm proud that both the IBEW and the CWA said, you know what, enough is enough. We can't take it anymore. I think one of the critical issues and why everyone's here today, and I do share with Steve my sentiment, I thank you all for coming here today. And we do still have people on the picket line taking our message to Verizon up and down the East Coast. But probably the most prevailing question that all of you have on your mind is, why did we elect to go out on strike Saturday night at midnight? Okay? And I will tell you that we had no alternative. The company's proposal that they put on the table, they call it their comprehensive proposal, was put on the table on June the 29th. We began bargaining on June the 22nd. We pretty much bargained with the company throughout that period, from June until August the 6th. But most of the time, we were bargaining in Rye, New York, along with our brothers and sisters in the CWA District 1, representing the state of New York, along with the CWA Local 1400, representing members in Massachusetts, mostly service representatives that they represent in Massachusetts. So we bargained jointly at that table since June 22nd, and at the same time, the CWA and the IBEW in New Jersey 827, and the CWA District 2 at 13, representing Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Pennsylvania, bargained in a separate table in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. So the two bargaining tables, Verizon and their representatives at both bargaining tables put a comprehensive proposal on the table on June the 29th. And that comprehensive proposal the company put on stated that we're going to eliminate job security for everybody. We're going to totally emasculate and eliminate your medical benefits. And if you weren't sick, you're going to be okay. But if you were sick, you're going to have to pay for your own medical benefits. They were going to eliminate sick days for everybody. If you're out sick, you're on your own. The company wasn't going to pay you. They were going to eliminate disability payments for those members who are sick and disabled, unable to work. They're going to eliminate time and a half on Sundays. If you had to work on Sundays, if you had to work on nights, they were going to eliminate the 10% differential. Really one of the most unpatriotic things I think that I've heard in a long time is that Verizon was going to eliminate Veterans Day as a holiday for each and every Verizon employee from Virginia to Massachusetts, all 45,000. Think of it now, Veterans Day. You know, we're proud of the fact that we have so many veterans in our organization, and so many veterans, you know, that we have a history of being members of our organization. Down 234 Washington Street, there's a plaque right in the lobby when you walk in of the members of our union who died in World War I protecting our freedoms. We have members who served World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and now the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, giving their lives. This weekend, SEAL Team 6, the most elite that we have, the brightest and the best in our armed forces, the people who are responsible for bringing Osama bin Laden to justice, part of that unit, went down to Afghanistan. And these people at Verizon say, Veterans Day is not important. It's not an important holiday. It's a disgrace to veterans. We all should be outraged at that. The other holiday they want to eliminate was Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King died shortly after he participated in a labor dispute in Memphis, Tennessee, representing those workers. Martin Luther King did great work for civil rights, but he did great work for workers' rights.